Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm looking at some tablets and I have this habit usually when I buy medicine, I see where it is manufactured. And often I notice that quite a few medicines, tablets are manufactured in various places in Uttarakhand. So that's one of the industries which is very prominent in Uttarakhand. All of us know Uttarakhand as a lovely, beautiful state where there are so many places to see, and for Hindus it's a very important place for pilgrimage. Nature has bestowed Uttarakhand with lot of resources that can be used to enable livelihoods, skill people to use these resources and help the economy grow. So it's a given that Uttarakhand has a huge tourism and hospitality industry with lot of scope for homestays as well. And besides this, agriculture, pharmaceuticals, manufacturing, and many other industries are coming up in a big way in this state, which was formed in 2000. So, in 21 years, Uttarakhand has made a lot of progress in terms of bringing new industries, and the government has also provided many incentives to set up new industries. So today we will look at the potential for skill development and training and also entrepreneurship in Uttarakhand by looking at few possibilities where if you would wish to invest in skill development and training, what could be most helpful for you, and also what are the top industries that might require skilled workforce in Uttarakhand. So let's go ahead. Now let's understand the skill development, vocational training and entrepreneurship opportunities in Uttarakhand. For many of us, Uttarakhand is synonymous with Jim Corbett National Park. It has lovely places to visit. It has a lot of nature to appreciate. There are lovely products coming out of Uttarakhand, which could be the honey from Rudraprayag, the basmati rice, or the rajma, which we all use. Everything has a unique taste to it because of the place, the geography where it is located. So, being a very rich state in many ways, Uttarakhand has a lot of opportunity. It has a lot of untapped potential which can be explored if people are appropriately skilled and if opportunities are created for them to become entrepreneurs, and also to facilitate investment in the state, which is highly incentivized by the government of Uttarakhand, as we have seen in media, or we have been reading in the news for a long time. There are many incentives from the state government as well. But at the same time, let us understand that Uttarakhand is much more than tourism and hospitality. Of course, there are a lot of homestays and hotels and all coming up, but it has pharmaceutical industry, manufacturing units are coming up, a logistics park is coming up, and it has some very unique industries which are very, very typical of the region. So I would like to share a few more points to uh, inform you, to keep you updated about the latest news in terms of what are the developments in the industries in Uttarakhand and how one can go about it. I will also share with you more details by visiting a couple of websites to show you the kind of information that is available, as the objective of this presentation is to take you through authentic sources so that you visit these places and get the right information. And this is based on humble research that is done by our team, and we are very happy to make this presentation. So let's go ahead. So moving on to a few more details about skill development, vocational training, and entrepreneurship opportunities. Let's first try to get an idea about the state. Uttarakhand has 13 districts, and it is strategically located as well. And it was formed in 2000. It was earlier a part of Uttar Pradesh, and since its formation, Uttarakhand has taken up many initiatives in industrial development. And because of this, today skill development and vocational training becomes one of the key areas for the state. And to get a high level view of what are the industries of prominence, most importantly, I think Uttarakhand ranks first in terms of agro-based and food processing industries other than pharmaceutical, aromatic plants, hydropower, healthcare, banking, engineering, and other industries which are typical of any state. But besides this, Uttarakhand government is also taking initiatives to promote information and communication technology and IT industry. And there are many other initiatives that are coming up from the state, also in the area of skill development, to ensure that skilled people are available to work in these industries. Now let's take a look at a few headlines which I think would interest all of us. First of all, I would like to mention Ashwini Patekar here. She is an MGNF, that's Mahatma Gandhi National Fellow, posted in Uttarakhand, and she usually updates her LinkedIn, and I get to learn a lot from her updates. So this was one such update from Ashwini, where she was talking about how Chiura oil from Uttarakhand gets a GI tag, and the boosting of production means a lot to the economy, the local economy of Uttarakhand, because this oil is used in soap production, as I learned from her post. So Ashwini, that was great information, and it helped me to explore Uttarakhand more. Thank you. So besides this, as we were exploring more Uttarakhand and trying to understand how the traditional food processing industry is growing and what are the things happening, we came across some interesting things like how the farmers would want to fall back on traditional methods, and this has also helped them in boosting their earnings. So there was an interesting news about how there are some farmers who are using old techniques, whether it is making atta out of wheat, or preserving honey, or for any of these things, they are bringing back these old practices, and it is helping them. And Uttarakhand also has 7 indigenous GI tags for various products which are locally grown, out of which I think Tej Patta is one of the oldest products which got GI tags in Uttarakhand. So what I'm trying to say is that the state is so rich, and in terms of food and food processing, there is a huge scope for entrepreneurship. There's huge scope for people to support local entrepreneurs and help them sell their products. Now, besides this, when you look at other industries in Uttarakhand, one of the recent news was that the central government releases 894 crores for Uttarakhand's health sector, which means there is a huge scope for jobs coming up in the healthcare sector, which could be nursing, which could be support services. And there are so many things like connected with the healthcare sector now that post-COVID healthcare challenges are different. So obviously there is a need for skilling in the healthcare sector. But besides this, Uttarakhand government is also promoting pharma industry in a big way, and there are a lot of pharmaceutical companies who manufacture drugs for various big brands in Uttarakhand. And along with this, now, like I was saying in the beginning, Uttarakhand is almost synonymous with tourism, with lovely places, all the Himalayan scenes that you see all over, because it's in the foothills of Himalayas. There is a huge scope for homestays, and already homestay business is quite booming in Uttarakhand. And there is a lot of formal sector which is evolving with homestays. Like earlier, when we spoke about homestays, it was rather informal, but the fact that there is a registration procedure for homestays in Uttarakhand shows that there is a lot of formalization happening. So the moment there is a homestay business, every homestay will need people to help and support. So there is a need for people to join these. So there is a job creation, and when there is job creation, there is a need for skill development. And when people start homestays, this is an example of local entrepreneurship. So you see, Uttarakhand has everything going in the right direction. Now, Another very interesting development which we could come across was, this is recent news, August 21st, 2021, a country's highest herbal park is inaugurated, highest in the sense of altitude. But then because Uttarakhand is so rich in herbal resources, there is a park which is inaugurated there. And obviously this has a lot of potential for, again, job creation, for manufacturing various products and so on. Now, on the other side, when you manufacture so much, when you make so many things, obviously there is a need for logistics. And so there is a modern, ultra modern logistics park coming up in Rudrapur in Uttarakhand. This is just to give you a bird's eye view of the kind of a vibrant industry landscape that you find in Uttarakhand, which has to be now supported with a skilled workforce. One interesting website which we studied was State Infrastructure and Industrial Development website, which gives a lot of information for people to understand the recent developments, the incentives, the funding, and various activities from the state. So I think all of you must look at this website to understand. Like, for example, here we came to know that here the government has come up with so many parks, industrial parks, in plastics. There's an interesting thing called Aroma Park, and there are many other parks coming up as a part of the initiative. I think it is known as SIIDCUL, SIIDCUL, that is. And now we also thought that we should update you on NSDC report, which was launched long ago. It's a report on the skill gap study in Uttarakhand, but perhaps it was too far ahead of its time. There are many things which are picking up now in Uttarakhand, but I just thought I'll give you a quick view of the kind of skill gap or the human resource requirement that is there, as per the NSDC study. You can always go and refer to this report. We will share the link in the description box or in the article which is going to accompany this video. So please take a look. So here you can see a list of industries: agriculture, tourism and travel, and hospitality, manufacturing, education and skill development. By the way, Uttarakhand also has premier educational institutes, lot of colleges and also schools. So education is also one of the important sectors, and along with that it has several ITIs which are helping people to get trained in various industry sectors. So Uttarakhand also has this building and construction. As I said earlier, there are some skills, there are some domains which are commonly applicable to all the states. But in addition to that, every state has some unique skills requirements. That is why we are trying to do this study and understand what is so typical and unique about Uttarakhand. So you see there is a huge list here which has been shared in the report. You can go and refer to the complete report. Now let's look at few examples about what kind of skills would be required, let's say in pharmaceuticals and aromatic plants, because this is also something like herbal medicine or Ayurvedic medicine, which is coming up in a big way in Uttarakhand. And people who are required are, people who have analytical skills, lot of local people who have a lot of knowledge about the herbs that are found, the flowers, the leaves and the trees, and so many other things that the nature is giving us in such a bounteous way. The local people who are experts would be in great demand when these industries pick up, because they are the ones who can tell us about the local conditions. They can identify the local flavors. They can identify so many things, which are needed at the local level. And besides this, when labs are set up, there'll be need for people who have a background in science, and they can also look for jobs in this sector. So biotechnology, pharmaceuticals and Ayurvedic medication and many other things are going up in a big way in Uttarakhand. So this will demand a lot of skilled people. Then there is agro-based food processing industry, because Uttarakhand is also home to a lot of products which are branded by various MNCs and others. So this is Again, an area where a lot of technical skills, engineering skills, processing skills, production skills, procurement and buying, and various skills related to agro-based and food processing industry is required. So if required, you can go and visit the website of Food Processing Sector Skill Council. You might get an idea about what are the training programs that are generally offered in food processing. That will also give you an overview about food processing industry as well. And in case you are interested to set up one training center, you're welcome, and you can explore more. So this is one more industry, and floriculture and horticulture is one more important industry where lot of fruits and vegetables and flowers and so many things that grow in the state can be shared with other states. They can do a huge business with this, which is already happening. But then how do you have cold storage, for example? Then logistics comes into the picture, because these are the things that have to be transported very carefully. So all the local wealth which is there can be explored further, and then the skills that would be required again are people who know how to take care of these plants, how to do the right kind of gardening, and what are the technical skills involved in these things, and then how to reach out to the markets. And most importantly, as I said, when we are transporting all these natural products, then the cold storage and other things, other challenges of logistics are also to be taken care. Now, if you want to know more about the skill training centers, you should visit the website of Uttarakhand Skill Development Mission. There is also an NSTI in Uttarakhand. You can look at it. It's NSTI Dehradun, and there are a lot of ITIs. So there is a URL which is shared here. The CITS courses are offered by this ITI, and there's Uttarakhand University of Horticulture and Forestry, which is a very specialized university catering to the local needs. So this is about Uttarakhand industry briefly. Now I'll take you through I'll take you through few important websites so that you get a deep dive about the kind of information that is available on these websites. Depending on your interest in training and skill development in the state of Uttarakhand, in whichever region, whether Garhwal region or the Kumaon region, or whichever industry you want to explore, I feel that there are few websites that you should be going through. You should be taking authentic information from these websites. So let's get started with the ITIs in Uttarakhand. There are many ITIs which are private and government ITIs in various districts of Uttarakhand. But what we notice is that most of the ITIs offer very traditional courses like electrician, draftsman, fitter, plumber, sanitary worker, computer operator and programming. Maybe, yes, these are also relevant, but I think ITI should also explore courses which can cater to the local training needs, local industry, because Uttarakhand, as I was just showing you, has a huge potential for things which are local. So that is perhaps currently not available going through the website. And then I would also like to take you through the Uttarakhand State Skill Development Mission website, which is again another authentic source of information. So this is the State Skill Development Mission website, which gives you a lot of latest information about PMKVY training, about the events that are coming up, about skills competition. And this information could be of great help to the training providers, to ITIs, to industry also, to get an idea about the kind of training that's happening. This particular EOI, which was released by the government for consulting firm services. So documents like these will also give you authentic information about the kind of job roles that are available. So if you keep scrolling this document, little later, you will find a list of job roles here in different industry sectors pertaining to Uttarakhand. So this is one important area where you can look for information. And along with this, I was also telling you about the State Infrastructure and Industrial Development Corporation of Uttarakhand, where you get detailed information about the industrial initiatives in the state, because industry has to play a very important and crucial role in skill development, and it has to proactively come up with many courses. I think this is the best place for a lot of people who are interested in offering skilling courses to come up and check what are the industrial developments which are coming up, how is the ease of doing business being implemented, and what exactly is happening in terms of the impact of various government policies. So one of the interesting areas I found was the IIEs here in Uttarakhand. You have a whole list of them. These are the integrated industrial estates which the government has initiated. So they are very focused parks which are there district wise, which have come up district wise, and also there is a pharma city which is coming up. There are a lot of these industrial integrated industrial estates, as you can see here in the list. There is a plastic park which has come up here in Sitarganj. So you can explore, this is in collaboration with the CPET, and you can explore more here about the skilling requirements that are coming up. And most interesting I found here was the Aroma Park, which could be perhaps one of the unique initiatives. Now let us look at NSTI Dehradun, which is National Skill Training Institute Dehradun. This offers courses in CITS, which is Crafts Instructor Training Scheme, and also CTS. And this is a very important website for people who want to know more about what are the courses that are being offered under various schemes, and especially the new age courses, which could be very interesting. So you can check out the new age courses that are offered here. And on the website, we get to read about solar technician course. Yes, this is definitely something which is a very eco-friendly kind of a domain, and a lot of people are required as solar technicians. So this is one of the courses. So I would request you to spend some time on NSTI website as well, to understand, what are the courses, what are the current courses which are specific to the Uttarakhand region, because this is an NSTI which is based in Dehradun. So besides this, there could be other sources which we will keep sharing as and when we come up, we get to know about it. So with this, I would like to close my presentation, and thanks a lot for watching this presentation. We have tried our best to create some kind of a repository of resources by going through authentic information, which I keep on repeating, saying that's how we should gather information and not going for other sources of information. I hope this is giving you a bird's eye view of the opportunities that are available in a beautiful and lovely state called Uttarakhand. Do come back to our website and get yourself updated as and when we publish more information. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon for all the regular updates. Thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to be in touch with you. Thank you. Goodbye.